What's up, friends of YouTube? Here Thunderwolf, and I'm here with a new video of virtual reality. And basically today I'm going to be showing you guys the same thing as what I showed you guys on my previous video of virtual reality. But what's going to be different is that I'll be showing you guys some additional things, like what happens if the smartphone controller and the hand tracking doesn't work together, and what do I do after that. Well, that's about it, so let's go. Alright, so here we are. I'll be showing you guys the tools I use to play virtual reality. And the first things are my controllers. So what we have here is the headset that will hold my phone, and I chose this headset because it has a adjustable strap, it has a comfortable surface, and it has an adjustable focal, and it has a secure hold of my phone. So this is how it locks in. There you go. Now it's strong right there, and I can just close this. It has a magnet. There you go. Next is the two phones I use to have the controllers. So I have an iPhone and I have a Samsung. And the iPhone has the app called Vridge, as you can see. That's to have a view of the virtual reality. And the Samsung has the Vridge controller, which makes the phone as a controller. And next I have my laptop, which is a gaming laptop, and I can show you guys that I have Steam, then I have Steam VR, beneath I have RiftCat, and way at the bottom I have Driver4VR. And what I'm gonna do next is show you guys how I open the apps to start the virtual reality. Alright, so to start virtual reality, I just launch RiftCat first. So let's launch it. Next, RiftCat just wants to detect my iPhone to gain virtual reality view. So I'm gonna set that up now, as well as my Samsung smartphone controller. Alright, so now I have my iPhone and Samsung controller set up. Now I'm gonna start the button of RiftCat, play Steam VR, and that will automatically start Steam VR. Alright, so right now I can see Steam VR on my iPhone, and I can see the controller of my smartphone controller. Only I just have one, not the left hand, only the right hand, and the left hand will be the hand tracking. So right now, since Steam VR is being launched, I will now, also if you have already launched Driver4VR before, it will automatically launch as well once you hit play on RiftCat. It just launched on its own. So now I have view of the Steam VR. I can show you guys on my laptop screen. I'll be showing you guys everything on my laptop screen now. So as you're watching Driver4VR on, RiftCat on, and well, Steam, but we don't actually need Steam, just Steam VR. So I'm gonna go to the view of Steam VR. Let's go. Now I'm in Steam VR, and I'm gonna have the virtual reality view on the screen. So I just go display VR view, and there you go. I can see what I'm seeing on the iPhone. Alright, so I just hide that. Okay, there's my hand, my Samsung controller, and my head, which is the iPhone. Next, I'm gonna show you guys what happens if I do the Driver4VR wrong. So I'm just gonna get the Driver4VR. Alright, so I have it on. I'm gonna put virtual trackers. Alright, so hold on. I'm gonna hide that. I'm gonna press system on my Samsung controller, and that gives me the view of the settings or system. I can see the controller still, and let's go back to Driver4VR. I'm gonna put virtual trackers, alright, and I'm gonna start it. And look what happens if I don't do the steps right to have controller, Samsung smartphone, and the hand tracking. So I'm gonna start. I hit start. Can you see the other controllers? I hope so. Let me see. Driver4VR off. Let me see. Take off. And as you can see, when I'm moving my head, there's like a controller attached to the headset. Let me see. As you can see, there's like an extra controller on my headset, and this is the controller of my phone. So let me go on. Alright, so next I'm just gonna, if I press a button on my Samsung, nothing happens, but it still detects the controller. Now I'm gonna turn off Driver4VR. I stopped it, and once I stop it, my Samsung smartphone controller comes back to life, and I press system, it works fine. But as you can see on the left side, there's like a ghost controller, and if I look at it, I can't move my Samsung. It's not moving, as you can see. And if I look away, my Samsung controller works fine. But as you can see, I'm moving it fast, and if I look to the ghost controller, it stops working. So that's what happens if I don't do the steps right. Alright, as you can see, it stops working. But if I look away or somewhere else, my Samsung controller works fine. Alright, so next, since that happens, I gotta do the steps right. So I'm gonna put virtual trackers. Alright, no. The next thing is I'm gonna put, hold on. So the next thing, I have my Samsung controller. I'm gonna press system. Alright, there you go. And once I press system, I'm gonna start Driver4VR with webcam. If I start it, as you can see, the webcam is detecting my hands with the hand tracking. It can see my left hand and my right hand, which is all the way at the back. I don't know why. Wait, that's my smartphone controller. Let me put it on my table. This is my smartphone controller. Right, this is my smartphone controller. I'm gonna leave it. Stop moving. And this is my right hand tracking. This is my left hand. Right there, it's moving. Right hand. And so with the webcam, I can't do nothing. I can't press nothing. I can't press no buttons. If I move my hands, if I make a fist, it won't do nothing. It's just moving controllers. So that's a problem as well. And my smartphone controller can't detect. It only detects the controller, but it doesn't let it function. If I press system, if I press trigger, yeah, as you can see, the button is moving, but nothing happens. So that's what happens if I don't do the steps right. So now I'm gonna do the steps right. I'm gonna open Driver4VR. I'm gonna stop it, and my smartphone controller will come back, I believe. Or a ghost now, I think. If I press system. Oh no, you see my smartphone controller doesn't work yet. Let me see. As you can see, that's a problem as well. Once I turn off webcam that was tracking my hands, my smartphone controller doesn't work. So to fix that, I'm gonna put virtual trackers again, as you can see, and then I'm gonna start it. Now I have virtual trackers on my headset again. There's a controller moving with my headset, and as you can see, my Samsung controller is still on. But let's now turn off Driver4VR again. I turned it off, and now my Samsung controller is back on. As you can see, it has the laser pointer. Now if I press system, it works. But as you can see, once I press system, I come back to my room. There's a ghost controller, just one. And so if I look at the ghost controller, my Samsung controller doesn't work. And if I look away, it works fine. So that you see what's going on? It doesn't work. The steps I'm doing right now don't work. And to actually fix that, I have to do the right steps. And let's say if I'm stuck, right? I can't do the steps. So to fix that, I have to move from place. And what I'm doing with the smartphone controller is pressing the middle. I'm just I'm pressing and holding it, and I'm just gonna point the direction towards somewhere else. So let's say the square right there. I'm gonna move over there. As you can see, I move. And if I look at the ghost controller, my Samsung controller doesn't work. But if I look away, it works fine. So that's what I discovered. Wait, it's not working anymore. Now it is. Okay. What? Work. You gotta work. There you go. So I have to look away so it can work. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna do is the correct steps. I'll press trigger. No, grip. To grab the pen. I'm gonna draw something, right? I'm gonna change the color. Orange. Drawing. I'm making it work. Then I press system. After that, I'm gonna open Driver4VR. I'm gonna put virtual trackers, which is on already. I'm gonna start it. And now it's gonna be tracking my head. It's gonna have an extra controller. Now since I did that, Samsung controller won't work. Now I'm gonna get the Driver4VR again open. I'm gonna stop it, and then I'm gonna change it to webcam, but don't start it yet. I'm gonna change it to webcam. I go back. I got my Samsung controller back. Press system. As you can see, the ghost controller, and I got my smartphone controller right here. Now I'm gonna get Driver4VR. I'm gonna put it on webcam, which is on already. And while I press start, I'm gonna be using my smartphone controller, so it doesn't disactivate. So I'm gonna start it and paint. All right. Start and paint. All right. Start and paint. And let me see if it worked. And it did not work, as you can see. Now I'm in another place, and I gotta do the same steps again. So on my smartphone controller, I press system. There you go. I can see my controller with my smartphone. Go to Driver4VR, change to virtual trackers. Start Driver4VR. now I have some extra controllers on my headset, which is hard to see, but let me see. I'm gonna put the screen smaller. As you can see, there's an extra controller, virtual tracker. Put the screen back up. Next, I'm gonna wait. I think my smartphone controller is working as well. Oh yeah, you see? Now that trick, I got virtual trackers and smartphone controller working. Oh my, that's new. Oh man, now I can use this as I can use this to play Beat Saber. I got a left hand and I got my smartphone controller. As you can see the shadow. Oh my, that's a new trick. That's extra additional information for you guys. There you go, virtual tracker and smartphone controller. That's funny. That was very fun. Alright, back to the video. So now I'm gonna go to Driver4VR. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna go to we got the ghost. We got the ghost hand, I believe now. Oh yeah, it's a ghost controller now. Now press system on smartphone controller. Press it again. Get the pen. Paint. Use it. Got black, the orange, yellow, orange, and put webcam on Driver4VR. I don't know if you guys saw what I did. You see ghost controller, I painted, keep using it. Go to Driver4VR, put webcam, and when you hit start, you have to be using the controller, the smartphone controller. Alright, so press start and use. Alright guys, so looks like my SteamVR had crashed, but I run it again. I'm gonna do the correct steps now again. So I'm gonna go, I got my smartphone controller, right? I go Driver4VR, I put virtual trackers, I hit system on my smartphone. There you go. Driver4VR, virtual trackers, and start. It turned on. Now it's on. I got virtual trackers and I can't use my smartphone controller. Now I just have to turn it off again. Turn Driver4VR off. And now the smartphone is working. I press system, grip, pan. I got a ghost controller. Use it. I go to Driver4VR. I put webcam. I start it. And I got my left hand, my right hand being tracked. So I gotta do it all over. Virtual trackers, start. There you go. I'm using it. I stop it. I put webcam. Go to SteamVR. Hit system. Alright. I gotta force it. Start. Press system. And there you go. I got the smartphone controller and the left hand. So those are basically the steps to get the smartphone controller used with the hand tracking. And I can move a place too. So I got my left hand being tracked, and I can move a place over there. Alright, there you go. I got the left hand, the shadow, and the right hand as a smartphone controller. So those are the steps, and that's basically it. So I hope you guys like it. Hopefully this was helpful. I showed you guys the mistakes I did and how to fix it. So that's about it. Leave a like, subscribe, and please ask me more stuff. Leave your comments below and share this with your friends. This was just an update, and I really appreciate you guys supporting my previous video of virtual reality. So really appreciate that. And until the next one, peace.